This is One on One.
Brought to you by the New Jersey State Nurses Association and the Institute for Nurses.
We are honored to have our friend Mike Kellenyi, who is the founder of an organization called People Against Distracted Driving. It's an honor to have you with us, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Talk to us about, you would rather not be involved in this organization, but you are because of a tragic personal experience.
Yeah, I was thrown into it. I really wish I never had to be in a position like this. I'm thankful now that I can. I kind of call myself one of the luckiest of the unlucky. 10 people a day die from distracted driving, whether it's cell phone use, looking at the phone, picking up a bottle on the ground, whatever it is. Most of the people don't have the energy or the heart or something to go out and speak to other people about trying to prevent it, because it's life-changing. I mean, it kills people, but it affects so many people when one person dies. It's hard to even explain the pain that goes through it.
And your
all
loss.
From the phone.
Your loss.
Yeah, my loss was tough. My daughter was 18 years old. Beautiful, beautiful girl, Kellenyi. Just like any other high school senior ready to go to college, she was accepted into Rider College. They were out, just like every teen goes out with their friends on a Saturday night, looking for a place to go, having fun, not thinking anything can happen because everybody's invincible. She was in the back seat of her friend's car. Her friend was on the phone and went through a stop sign in our town. Little 25-mile-an-hour road, 11:30 at night. No traffic at all except one pickup truck coming down the road. And she went through the stop sign. The pickup truck hit the car, spun the car around. The girl in the front seat wasn't wearing her, the passenger wasn't wearing her seatbelt. She got ejected, got thrown through the window, flew 60 feet through the air, landed on her head, cracked her skull. She survived. The driver didn't receive any injuries at all. It hit the other side. My daughter was crushed in the back seat, alive for 45 minutes while they tried to cut her out. She passed the first time when they cut her out and they pulled her out. They said she bled out then, but she ended up coming back to life. They put her in a helicopter. They saved her another time because she passed then, flew her to the hospital. They operated her. They tried so hard to save her life, but internal injuries got her. When the truck hit, she was wearing her seatbelt, the only one in the car in the seatbelt, and it crushed her insides. So that's what happened when they cut her out. It just bled out. Yeah. It's devastating to us, hundreds of friends, everybody, all because of cell phone use, not paying attention, inattentive driving, all those together. And kids and adults really have to think about when they're behind a wheel. It can change in a second when you're not paying attention.
6 months after your loss of Nikki, you decided to do this.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess about 3 or 4 months after, my wife and I were at her grave, crying our eyes out, and we realized there was nowhere to turn to. There was no organization, no MAD for distracted driving. And my wife said, why don't we do something to help other people? You can go and talk, you can do things. And we decided right then and there, she said, let's call it People Against Distracted Driving. My wife and I had nowhere to turn to reach out and tell people how we're feeling, what can we do, where should we go, what's our next course of action. There was nothing out there, so we decided to do this to help other people.
Right.
At first, when I started out, I just wanted to help other grieving victims. Then I realized there was a real need for someone to go around and talk to kids and adults about distracted driving. And I say kids and adults because adults are just as bad. Everybody says kids, teens.
Who's on the phone? Who's messing with the radio? Who's putting makeup on?
Yeah.
Who's doing all kinds of things being distracted? People think distracted is just texting. It's way more than that.
Right.
By the way, this, what I'm holding right now, is this the big message?
Yeah, we have that sign right now in at least 17 states. I think we might be up to 19 states in the United States and also in Canada and Europe. We donate them to schools, to towns, universities, anybody that will take it and listen to us when we go talk. We'd like to donate them because it's a message, especially if you leave it at your parking lot when you're exiting or coming in. It's a good message, especially for kids.
Back of trucks, too.
Oh, we have some trucks that have the big message, that on it, and a picture of my daughter that is 6 foot taller.
Really?
She's beautiful, beautiful girl on the back. So when somebody's coming up, they see this beautiful girl, and first they might think, model or something, and they see that.
There it is right there. Could you
Yeah.
get that's a shot of Nikki
Yeah, that's
And the
shot at
sun-
Nikki
oh
on
my
the back,
God.
and that truck goes, we have a whole bunch of them. They go from here to Maine to Florida to Texas, all over the country, through MJD Trucking,
Oh
which
my
is a
God.
great people. They do a
Well,
lot
I
of
want to thank our
stuff.
partners, our friends at New Jersey manufacturers. Bernie
New Jersey
Flynn, they're so committed
manufacturers
to
and
this.
Bernie, since
Flynn,
we
yeah.
started, they have been our biggest supporter through everything we've done. Every year, they're the main sponsors to every event we do. That's a big event, and Bernie and the whole team are just so committed to helping others and to save lives through their company. They're great people.
Yeah, they're also
I
huge
love New
supporters
Jersey
of,
manufacturers. They're the best.
As huge supporters of public broadcasting and our awareness efforts in programs like this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. People watching right now who say, it's just a second. It's just one text. It's just one little text message that I'm sending. It'll just take a second.
That 1 second, and I know everybody's done it and has thought about it. The 1 second, think about the time when you looked away for any reason for 1 second, looked up and the car was stopped, or you started rolling off the side of the road. That's all we used to have to worry about, is just when you're driving, you just don't think for a minute. But now with the cell phones, with the computers in the cars, with all the GPS and everything, that 1 second, it happens, and it happens every day. 10, 12 people every day get killed by this. It's like that. The 1 second changes lives, ends lives, and it makes you responsible for possibly death. And you don't want to kill somebody. You don't want that to happen
A few
to you.
seconds, 30 seconds left. Your life's work.
My life's work
Is?
is to save other people from our nightmare. That's all I can want to do, is help other people. We don't want this to happen to anybody. Somehow we got whatever we can do.
You didn't have to do this. You chose to do this.
Yes,
And
yeah.
we thank you for doing it. And this wristband, people against distracted driving. Okay. Do you mind if I?
I would be honored if you wore it.
Okay. You
And I'll
got
give
it.
some for your kids and everybody
Yeah, I
else.
will. Remind my wife as well.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Also brought to you by Holy Name Medical Center in Teaneck, New Jersey, Seton Hall University, and by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor.